Good morning, everyone. So today we start in a new lesson, which is in Module D, Unit 1 and Lesson 3. It's about common ancestry and evolution, basically. It's related to our first lesson in Module D, which is about the fossils. And this lesson, we'll basically be learning about how species evolve, okay? How they evolve. And how species are related by a common ancestor. An ancestor means an origin. Okay, an origin. Ancestor, al-jdud in Arabic, sorry. So common ancestry. Let's talk about that a little bit. Okay? So this is basically, these two drawings show you how this is 100 million years ago and this is a fossil. Okay, and this is an x-ray of a bird. It's an x-ray of a crow species, which is a kind of bird living today. So they're trying to show you here that these two species are similar. Okay, and this would lead to the conclusion that we have similarities. Okay, species today have similarities with species long before, okay, with their ancestors. Okay, so that's basically what the lesson is about. It's kind of a little bit dry, but we're gonna make it as simple as possible. You don't have to worry a lot. Okay, this just tells you that offspring looked like parents. Forget about that slide. Okay, so here this is important. So what is evolution? Because evolution is a very big part of our lesson. Okay, what is evolution? It's basically the process of biological change. That means change in the body of species or living things. Change in the body of species or living things or organisms, by which populations become different from their ancestors. Different from their ancestors over many generations. And we're talking about a long time. We're talking about thousands of years, okay? If not millions, if not hundreds. And species change. Like, for example, look at this picture here. And this is how the horse looked like at the beginning. This is thousands of years ago. Maybe millions. I'm not actually sure about the number, but the species of horse used to look like this, and with time the horse has evolved. This is the modern horse. The horse has evolved to look like this. It's a lot bigger, taller, longer. It's much bigger. It has changed and it has evolved over time. So we notice here that the species, some species, okay, are different from their origin, and they're different from their ancestors. This means they have evolved. That means they have changed. Okay, they have changed over time. This is what evolved mean, or evolution means. It means change over time in the biological sense. Okay, biological change. Remember that. That's very important. A common ancestor means, okay, an origin that is common between two. A common ancestor. It's an idea that all organisms share a common ancestor. Like, for example, they're talking about lemurs, this kind of animal, New World monkeys, Old World monkeys, gibbons, orangutans, gorillas, chimpanzees, and humans. Okay, scientists believe that these all came from a common ancestor. Way ago, it's an ancestral prime, way long time ago, millions of years ago. Okay, millions of years ago, there was this um, species, and then all of these other species evolved from this one, including us humans. But this is what scientists believe. Why am I saying scientists believe? Because it's actually not all scientists. This is a controversial issue. Okay, there's just scientific they believe that some evidence, okay, prove that this is true. But in Islam, we don't believe that. We believe that God has created all animals in the way that he wants, including humans. He has created us different. And but scientists think that because they found certain evidence that all of these are related, and this is what common ancestry means. They're all related and they all have a common ancestor. Okay? So for example, let's look at this diagram here. Which organism is most closely related to primates? So we're looking for primates. These are primates. So which would be most closely related to primates? It's rodents. Rabbits and rodents. You have to go back in the chart like this, and you find that rabbits and rodents are most closely. You cannot go back like that because there's no link here. And you notice that rabbits and rodents are most closely related to primates according to this chart here. Okay, and then scientists, according to this chart, believe that all of these animals, like birds, sharks, and monkeys and rabbits, they're all related to a species that was here millions of years ago that has evolved into all these other species. Okay, so that's common ancestry. They all have an ancestor, okay, that is related to them, an ancestor that is related to them, that is in common. And then they all evolved from that ancestor. How long ago did orangutans and gorillas have an ancestor in common? So we're going to go here. These are orangutans, these are gorillas. So these two, how long ago? We have to go from here, orangutans, here, gorillas, and then it takes you back there, and then you check the time, because this is millions of years ago. So this is between 20 and 10. So I'm guessing some like 15, maybe 16 million years ago. Okay, how long ago? 16, maybe 15 million years ago, gorillas and orangutans had an ancestor in common. Okay. How long ago did all these ancestors have in common? 60 million years ago. Okay, this is what scientists believe. Scientists. All right. And look at that. Scientists believe that all these animals, whales, okay, this is the hippopotamus now. It came from this, and then it evolved to these. Okay, and it evolved to this one, which lives in the present day. So they believe that animals have evolved from a common ancestor, which is this one. All of these have this common ancestor in common. Okay, I know this lesson sounds a bit dry, but questions are not going to be like that, especially in the lesson worksheet, and whatever you're going to be tested on is going to be super simple in regards to that lesson. We'll take the rest tomorrow.